This might be the best psychological thriller I have come across after watching The Alienist. So, The Fall is a psychological thriller which is a 2013 to 2016 runtime show. Here, Stella Gibson comes to Belfast, Northern Ireland to find a serial killer who is on the run to kill young women ranging the 30s. This 3-season Irish show is indeed something. So, Otis's mother from Sex Education and Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey are the starrer of the show. Did you know about that? They are in a completely different role in this show. The one thing that I love about this show is its detail. The way they have shown every little detail of those murders and every disease and every dead body is just so commendable. It is so very well executed. The precision of these murders and how they solve it, it's just so amazing. The show is slow and it is not intelligent. This is a show which you can put it on background and you don't have to pay constant attention to because of its speed. And it is not a twisted psychological thriller where you have to constantly see what is going on. It's a very plain story, but it is a very well executed story with great detailing. Gillian Anderson and Jamie Dornan have got this platform of The Fall, which they couldn't have in their other works like Sex Education and 50 Shades of Grey. They really shine as actors in this show because this is something which every fan of Jamie Dornan and Gillian Anderson must watch. This is like one of those underrated shows which no one talks or knows about. One of the few things that I didn't love about this show is its pacing. The show goes on its own speed. Like, there are total 17 episodes, each an hour long, including all the 3 seasons. And this show used to come in BBC 2 in 2013 back then, and 2 seasons are available on Netflix now. There is almost no background score in first season of The Fall. I don't know, I unconsciously noted it down because sometimes I was watching the first season and I was like, whether I'm watching a fiction show or am I watching a documentary? Like, it was so silent at that point. So the rest of the seasons have a bit more background score, but first season was like, oh my god, there's no background score in your show. There were times in this show where I zoned out completely because there was these lengthy dialogues and the character was speaking on and on about some experience or some story, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I am not a person of sitting there listening to such monologues for such a long period of time. So the show was a bit heavy on me because I don't have that patience. So yeah. Season 1 and 2 are just great seasons. And when you come to the end of season 2, you will think, what is there in season 3? But I don't know why this show came back for a season 3 because pretty much everything was closed by season 2. They could have easily ended the show by season 2, but they come up for another season, they add a new subplot, and then they drag 6 more episodes, and then they end the show. I personally didn't like the last season of The Fall because of its exaggeration and why it was stretched for no reason. The first 2 seasons are going to be my favorite of all. Ending. Well, I expected 2 possibilities of the ending and one of them happened, but it was a bit more shocking. Like, I knew it, like, it would come, but the way it comes, it like shocked for me. Like, I was in a shock for 1 to 2 hours, like, oh, this is how they ended it. One of the show is dark and it sometimes keeps you on edge while sometimes it, pulls you back because of its pace. This show has won a lot of accolades and awards and it was rated at 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that is something. If you have the patience to watch such psychological thrillers, then I'm sure you're gonna definitely love the show. And yeah. I would rate this show a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this review. I hope you liked it. Do tell me in the comments below what did you think about this show, The Fall. And if you haven't watched it and you love psychological thrillers, then you must check it out. I come up with new videos every week, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.